Hola, 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 hola. ¿Se me oye? ¿Se me oye? Uno, dos, tres. Bueno, hello. I'm sorry. I always get confused with my languages. Today it's in English. Okay, so let's get down to it. We're going to try to build a financial tech app. In case you don't know what it is, it's a fintech. They call it, it's a I'm actually trying this program. It's kind of good. It's really cool. Fintech. Fintech app. You can make it bigger. Opacity. That's really cool. So what is a fintech app? It's a financial app. It's really just a financial app. It doesn't. So I can create something that is a financial tech. Financial stuff with money, like wallets and anything that it doesn't have to be like really strange stuff, but it can be anything like a private card or anything to do with some kind of payment. Payment. Let's see what the definition of fintech is. Tech. Tecnología financiera. What is fintech? Is on in Spanish. Financial technology accepts all a new tech that seeks to improve, automate delivery or use of financial service. I like that. I like that definition. Tech that seeks to and improve the delivery and use of financial services. That's actually really good. New tech. Let's put it here. So it's new tech. We say new tech. That's what we use. That seeks to aim to improve the delivery and use of financial services. That seeks to financial. Actually, financial. Yeah. Fintech. That's what we're gonna build. It's just an example. Okay. What is fintech? New tech aimed to improve the use and delivery of financial services. We're just doing a little thing, and I found this is actually an actual working app, but I'm just going to use it as a base starting point. Okay, I'm just going to use it as a base starting point. The thing is that usually when we start developing an app, we usually go quickly and start coding and stuff. But one of the most important things before you even code one line of code, one of the most important things is actually to analyze what's in front of you. Okay, what how you're going to code this in a way that um, is going to be easy to scale, and it's not you're not going to you're going to have enough flexibility to change in the future and to not get stuck by things that you don't have. That's a little bit of what you learn when you programmed many things and you've made a lot of mistakes. So instead of going here and trying to code the front end, which is what we're going to do today, we're actually going to do it in a way that later on when we connect the services, it's not that difficult to do. So we're gonna the way to accomplish that is by creating like separating things into smaller and smaller units. For example, here we'll have like the header. It will be this up here, and then we have a big screen, and then we have this other screen, and we could actually change the colors, whatever. So you've got one screen here, and then you got another one here, and you can make it like lighter or whatever. It's a different color, and then you got a different one here, for example. And then I imagine this app. I have it. I installed it in my. This already exists. I'm just going to use it as a reference. It also has a footer, like it's a menu bar here, and then it's got this other section that is composed of different other things. You've got the little segments. So each of these within themselves, they can have many other components. So this is the first part that's going to save you a lot of headaches. Okay. So once we've got that, uh, you also have to choose the technology. Okay, you can use. We want to do a pretty fast build. And when you see tutorials, everybody asks you, everybody talks about what's much better React Native on Vue and Android and iOS and Flutter. And there really isn't anything that's better or worse. You have to see what's what do you want to do and what resources you have and what time you have and what is the final goal. So there are many solutions that might not work to build Twitter or build whatever. You can actually do it with other stuff, especially if you have experience programming in any language. If you know Angular, if you know PHP, whatever, you're going to try to use whatever you know to do um, the, the coding for an app because we can talk about that another day. The thing that will make the app go smoothly if you try to keep all the logic away from the app. Just have it show screens that connect to a server. You've got a server somewhere. Let's draw it out here. See if you want to. Look, that's another thing. We can go here if you've got a server here with your stuff. Let's put it. This is your server. Let's change colors. Let's keep it like that. You got this. You got this is your app. Let's put it that way. And you've got your server somewhere. Okay, and this is your logic. Example. This is all the logic of your software. Okay, this is the the thing that makes the software work. Okay, and you could say, okay, I'm going to build this with imagine with I'm going to build it with iOS or whatever, with Xcode or Android, and you can have all your logic here. You need a lot of knowledge, but the best thing you can do is take all that logic and try to put as much as possible if not in your services, somewhere else that connects to your service, which will be ideal. Because if you have an existing service, that would be the best idea. Instead of just trying to do all this logic here, let's put this. This is logic. These are services, and this is your app. Okay, so instead of putting all your logic here and creating an app and having a lot of knowledge on app, if you, for example, come from backend from PHP, you could do the logic in your own service. You can choose where to do the logic. So this is the best. For this way, you can have many versions of your app, and they won't be you can have Android or whatever, and you can create web. You can create different versions, and it won't be difficult. This will not take long because there's very little logic. As minimal logic. Uh, so it will be, since we have little minimal logic, it will be very easy to program it in something else. Okay, so now we're going to go, and for this app I'm going to choose Ionic. Why I chose Ionic? First, because I want to learn it. I've done very little with it, and I would like to learn it. Secondly, because um, what I said, I have all the logic will be outside, and thirdly, because it's just an exercise. I have experience with Xcode, and I don't have experience with Android, but I have Android Studio installed. I've dabbled with it, and to be honest, if you have to build a front end only, it's actually really fast. In Swift UI, it's really fast. It's really fast. But we're gonna do it with JavaScript, just because we can. Because then you can do with Android, and then there's not much here we can do. We might be using a Tailwind. I don't know if we have the time today to start with Tailwind. Okay, let's get going. This is actually pretty fast. Let's start it. Oh, no, Angular. No, I don't want Angular. I've got, I don't know. I'm already in here. How do I start here? Docs installation. There's a wizard for Ionic, but sign app using the pre-made templates on the app. Okay, let's try this first. I already have this because I have some apps built already, and there is a dashboard with Ionic. They've got a wizard here. I think you go to the dashboard and you can build your own stuff. You can create a new app. Create a new app. You can put a name. You can give it a theme color, so you're doing pretty good already. You can create different frameworks, which is actually very good, and also the documentation is good. That's why also that's an important fintech fintech app. App spaces. Okay, screen color is gonna be blue. App icon. My goodness, that's really ugly. Do we have another one? Okay, that's cool. Okay, so we're gonna start with tabs because we said this is gonna be tab-based menu, and then we continue. Okay, it's gonna ask me to continue with Bitbucket, and let's try putting this on GitHub. I'll try GitHub. Oof, I forgot my password. Okay, okay, use GitHub. It's gonna do it on GitHub, which is great. Oh, I just discovered this Daisy. It's compiling the app, and it'll probably give me a Bitcoin, a Bit GitHub link, and that's it. I'll tell you what to do. Okay, so we are here. Uh, uh, This is just a test app. So let's try building it. It gives me an install path. I'm sorry, it says that. But I have all that installed already. And okay, let's start doing that. Open the terminal. Okay. So let's open the terminal. Okay, let's open a terminal and do what they say. cd cd it tells me to install Ionic, which I already have, and then git clone my app. And then okay, and then we go inside the app, Fintech App, and npm install as always. Okay, okay, I got an email. I got a bunch of apps always opening. I'm just that kind of person. They're working on here. Let's start. Close this one. Let's close everything here. Close this. It's installing. And meanwhile, we're starting this. I learned about this Daisy UI, which is really cool. It looks really interesting. Looks really interesting. You can create components. We might try to install, if you have time, we could put a timer. We don't have a timer, but so we won't be very long. We'll try to get a little bit done. This actually looks very good. I'm gonna try. I love Tailwind and it's fun, but that's interesting. But I wonder, this is installing, so we're not off topic. Eh? This is actually installing. I wonder if you can. What is that? I wonder if you can. You can customize your component, because if you can't customize your component, we are in the same place. Highly powered by Tailwind utility classes, they should change components low. because the thing that I like about Tailwind, oh, it's done. So now we need to open this here. And the thing I like about Tailwind is that you can try Tailwind Play. Yes, that looks really good. But the thing that I want to be able is to configure certain things because okay, now how do I change this primary to secondary? Change the color, and that's the thing that okay, if I can put it, okay, that's cool. The thing is that a lot of the times the people that are working with this, they are not programmers. Maybe we try to get it. They are not programmers. They are you know, you want them to be able to change stuff without needing somebody that knows CSS. They might not. They are programmers. They might not know CSS. So that's what's interesting about uh, about that. So we are up. Okay, let's see what we have. We've got our app here. We've got our drawings here, and I've got a plugin here that actually starts and runs a simulator. So you've got that. That's what you got. You've pretty much, okay, we've got a header, we've got some tabs, and we've got a structure, which is pretty good. How long? Okay, so now let's put a timer because I'm really interested in this. How long will it take to, let's put like an hour. So how far can we go? Once we install this, how far can we go? Like in an hour or something like that? Or let's put it let's put 59 minutes in here. I will add it there. So how far can we go in an hour? Okay, let's see how far we can go. Just went down, so I look shorter. Okay, we're not going to take that long, but okay, this thing is what we got here. We've got, if you know Vue, this is Vue. So it's pretty easy to know. You've got an app and script. You've got a router file with the tabs. Hey, wait a second. Can I split this stuff? I'll put it pretty here. Actually, this. You've got roots with the tabs. That's pretty cool. And everything is pretty much the same. Let's see if we start with the view. We don't know yet. Okay, so we got it here. Tab 1, tab 2, tab 3, and a preview. Okay. Let's try. Let's, like as we said, let's divide this in different things. The first thing we're gonna do is create a header, and then we'll create this big thing and stuff. So we got here. You got views. Let me make sure this header is inside the page because I imagine every page wants its own header. So it's got here ion header and it's got a plant here. So we're going to put that in a component. We could use Ionic stuff, or we could, yeah, I think we could use Ionic stuff. Not a big deal. Components. Let's explore container. So let's create the header. We could have the title, we'll drop it in, I don't know. We could have the header, or each one could have its header. But let's start with this one, this first one. We have the header, it's got an icon. So this one is a different page with a different header, but that's okay. Let's start with that. New file is gonna call the, and this is just gonna be, and we take this iron header. You can just copy this from here. Right. We actually might need to, wait a second, what happened here? We just copy everything. And then we just take stuff out. The header. And I'm gonna take everything out but this. The content, no page, just the header. We're going to, wait, what's wrong with this? Oh no. What is wrong with this? ¿Qué pasa aquí? It's not liking lang. Why is it not liking this? I'm lost here. Okay, it's okay. But we're gonna do a script setup. So we're gonna take a script setup, and so we don't need to do any of that. We can just do script setup, which is script setup, and then we're gonna do import header, toolbar we need, title we need, content we don't, page we don't. We're not gonna use this. We're not gonna use any of this. Actually, I want it faster just to do it, but okay. We're not gonna use any of this. We're not gonna use any of that. We're just gonna have a header, and that's everything we're gonna have. Okay. So now let's look at Ionic documentation. If we want to make use of, we could do it with CSS, but let's see what it says. Components, floating inputs, list, model, refresher, toolbar. Title, iron button start, iron button end, iron button titles. Okay, so we've got iron button start, iron button end, and we've got an icon there. We've got icons. So let's start with, actually this could be, we could have done it, let's do it that way. We've got it already, we've already got a component, but we're going to build it right on the first tab so that we actually save some time. And then we'll extract, because each one has a different tab. We'll extract it, this is tab, first tab. We'll extract it later to the we'll extract it to its own to its own we'll extract it to its own we'll extract it to its own thing first. So go faster because we're in a time crunch. Let's go faster, a little bit faster. We can do it here and then extract it because this actually works, right? Perfect. So let's try to get that. So I got to saldo, whatever that means. To saldo means you're sorry. To actually all this I would try to make it program already, but that's okay. And you got some buttons. You can put some iron buttons, and let's put this script setup also. Script setup. I much prefer that with script setup. You don't need to do any of this stuff. You can take all this away. Things are declared just so it just takes a lot of boilerplate away. Okay, you can import that from there. You don't need a define component yet. It's okay. To saldo, I think this is a way to make the title smaller, but okay. Title size small. Okay. Okay, there we go. All that later design can change it. We can have buttons. We can have a button up there with an icon. So we can look for icons, but we can have a button. Iron buttons. So we put here an iron button before here. But we need to import that. It's blue iron button. Iron back button. No, let's put, what is that? Iron. We put an icon. Back button, but for now, what is that exactly? Doesn't show there. But let's put an icon there. Okay. What else can you do with the titles? You can do icon only. Okay, let's do an icon. Let's find how you can do icons with icons with Ionic, Vue. Let's import from icons, and let's import an icon, any icon. Import globe, and then we'll have to put it icon button. Click me icon button. Icon. There's got to be an icon here somewhere, right? Okay. What am I looking at? Icon or button? Icon. Using icons. View. It's good. You got to import the icon. Slot start, which is the same thing. Okay. If I put here icon back button, I just put here. Instead of put globe. Is the one that I imported. I don't think I need to put icon slot start. Hey, we got it. But we don't want a globe. We want a eye, for example. I want a color. Can we change the color here? I'm just guessing it. So icon. I need to import it. Icon. I need to import it. I don't think color. Hey. Okay. Let's see the icons here. If you've got a list of icons, I'm sure they do. Of course, all this later, visible, this is I. This is the same thing as with view. I is not there. Ah, look at that. This is the one. I of glow. I of outline, which is going to be I of outline. I'm going to put here I of outline. We could later do toggle, not toggle. We could do that. Actually, it's very easy to do that. Just to make it toggle icons, but let's wait for that. Okay, we can later make it this a toggle icon. Let's finish the rest of this. We will have on the right we have another icon and a picture. Not sure how to deal with pictures here, but okay, we get the idea. I think we get the idea that we can go here and I want to go fast. I want to go here and I can go here. I can go. I imagine this is like end or something like that. Secondary. Okay, so you got there. Instead of an I, it's a present or whatever icon it is, but it's okay. I don't think there's a present icon here, but we can call it anything. It doesn't matter. What is that icon actually? Box icons. Yeah, I can put this one, whatever that is. Albums outline. We'll import that. We're going here. There's the clock. This is using TypeScript. It forces you to use TypeScript, which is great. Let's put here albums outline. Color secondary. Okay. And it's got two icons there. You've got and a photo. I'm not sure how you deal with photos here. So we're just going to put a person. I mean, I know how to do it with like CSS out of the class, but let's do it now. Let's go try to go fast and just create a person cycle outline or people cycle outline. Let's do that. Let's put another button here. Oh, you can put another button. Well, actually, you will have to. We will have to circle these into buttons, I guess. But let's find out. We can put here another one. It's got people circle outline. And we'll put here icon. Okay, got two icons there. And okay, this is small, not sure why, but we can do that later. And then we've got, let's see here. Yeah, I imagine if you want to make them a button, you need to put it inside a button, but that's okay. I am button. It's inside the button. Tertiary. This is tertiary color even. Wow, that's crazy. Tertiary. Okay, what happens if you put one of these icons icon inside an icon button, which I would think expand full shape around. Wow, that's cool. You put here ion. I'm sure there's an icon. You can put an icon. Yeah, okay. Okay. Icon. I import ion button. You could make the arguably you could make this chair. Let's keep going now. Oh, this shit. That's the bottom of my head. You could make the auto import components, but that's okay. That's much better. Okay, that's actually really good. Shape around. Okay. Actually, really cool. So you got that there, and we could create the other ones there. And we've got the header. We could put a picture if you wanted to. Let's do that. Okay, so knowing that we can do that, we can now create here buttons. Button. Put it here, shape around, the same thing. I'll put this one in here. Let's copy these two of them. Later we could do automated, but right now we're just doing the easiest, faster way, and then we could refactor it in no time. Okay, so we got this here. Okay, perfect. So we got here secondary, tertiary, warning. I don't like the secondary color at all. Okay, whatever. Medium. Okay, let's try to put the photo here. Should we? I'm not sure this is gonna work, but we could try. I imagine what happens if you put an image there. If you put like a random face. Oh, this is huge. There is a faces. There is a what is that? Can't believe that. Okay. Let me show you this. Random generator. So, how to use results Can't I just get the face? I don't want to get too happy now. Can I just get the face? Yeah, I think I can. Okay, so actually, I'm going to try that in the button. What happens if I put an image source, whatever, uh, random random person? What happens? We might have to CCS it, but that's okay. You need to put the stand in there. Should we start? When should we do it with CSS? Let's go ahead and put Tailwind in here. So let's save it. We're doing good on time. Let's put Tailwind into this. We could do it with CSS. I could create a class, and it would be all fine and dandy. But let's start and do. Let's do that. I think so. Do, let's see what happens here. If we put. I almost forgot how you do class around face. I almost forgot how to do CSS on this. Wait, let's put it 50px, 5. Not too small. Yeah, but the bottom is not taking effect. Okay, let's go here to play wind. This is a good trick you can use in case you're stuck someday with with CSS. You can actually come here and do this. And then you go to generate CSS, components, utilities, border radius. That's the document. I don't remember that actually. Yeah. Okay. All right. We got it here. 35. 32. We'll come back to this with the CSS. That's actually fun. I don't know what this shadow stuff is. I don't like it at all. But that's okay. So we've got we've got the first part here. We've got something similar. The icons, of course, you have to do it. The style, you have to do it. Let's get rid of that shadow, which is like really never necessarily the one time, two times. But we've got this component, which is good. We could extract it to its own component now, and we could make it do some stuff. But we could also create this other thing and then have both of them working together because we have plenty of time right now. All we did was that. So let's do that. Okay, so now we've got that. And we'll get rid of the shadow. I'm not sure about this shadow stuff. What's with the shadow here in Ionic? What's with the shadows all over the place? Shadow. Uh, can I just take it? Can I just go and I imagine it's got here somewhere, shadow somewhere, no shadow here. Let's put some shadow. Here's probably some shadow. No, it's not that. No. Hey, that's interesting. Shade. It's not important, but okay, so right here. Shade, background shades. How do I get rid of it? Shade. But why would they put a shade here? I'm going to think if that's the shade, or what is that? You could actually come here and debug. I want to do it. It will launch you a web. So, and then you can come here and inspect and see what this is. App. So this is a component, and who is giving it the root? What is this shadow stuff? So it's actually that it does. And toolbar, box in box, host, background, and padding, computed. Not sure to run the background. Okay, I don't know why. I'll try to get rid of it. I'm not sure why it has such a huge shadow, but it's actually called shadow. Well, doesn't matter. Okay, how are we doing on time? Okay, let's go with something else. We'll get rid of this. Let's keep going here. Let's close this. We will get rid of that sometime. So we are here still. Let's go to the next step, the huge number here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna create. So we've got here the first page. And let's create in the first tab, but we will extract it to component. We could have let's really do that because this is like getting me on my nerves. Okay, let's do that. The whole, let's git save, fit. Uh, First header is done. feature. It's a feat. So we can extract this to its own component and import whatever it's necessary for this to work. Okay, so we got that, and then we got the tab page. I will have to import all this data gray and import all of these icons. And look at this, we could actually just import everything since it's script setup. And put it here and just get rid of stuff that we're not using. Get rid of Vue, I get rid of Vue, I get rid of Vue, I get rid of Vue. Okay, so we got here, and now we have to go to here. Huh? Well, tab page one. Oh, okay, there's another type here. So we have to import here. We have to import here the container. We have to import here the header. Okay, this should auto import it. Okay, so we don't need this from here. We don't need this from here. It imported automatically this. We don't need the style from here. I've got a nice header over there. Cha-cha-chan. Perfect. And this should work just like that. We refactored it. Is this? No. This is not actually refreshing. This is actually refreshing itself. It's refreshing. So it's not actually refreshing. So let's do this again. Okay, sorry about that. Now it's working. Okay, so now we have to do the same thing about with this, which is like this, like your how much money you have left. So since we refactored that, let's install. Oh, not yet. I'm not sure what to do. Let's get that done. Let's get this started. Let's actually install. Let's finish this. Refactor. Header. Okay, so now let's install Tailwind with Ionic. I'm going to try that too. Tailwind. I don't want to say video because that's like very lengthy. Ionic. Instagram gonna review this. I see this. Okay, cool. Install post. Okay, we've got this saved. Okay, let's see git branch. Usually when I do such a huge change, I will create a branch. So I will git checkout -d -b feature tailwind, just in case. Just in case we just do some crazy stuff and everything goes to. And now here we're in a new branch, and then we install this. Is pretty much the standard configuration. Tailwind CSS, module export. Okay. So I don't think I'm gonna use Tailwind. Do I need the post CSS? I'm not sure I need that. Do I need that? Let me see if I need post CSS. I'm not sure anymore. Oh, probably yes. Let's just install it. I'm not gonna do. Let's create a file called post CSS. I'm not sure about this step, but let's do it. And then I'm not sure about this. Okay, let's follow the steps. Better follow them than to not follow them. Okay, let's create the source theme. Okay, base components, utilities. And we might not need the base. And then, yeah, he creates, but I don't want to do this. I just want to, I'm not sure I'm going to, okay, let's see. I'm not sure I want to, I might just come to base because I just want to use, I don't want to reset anything. I just want to use some of the utilities. Close save. Okay, now we need to go to main tx, and here we need to import the theme variables, and then we need to import Tailwind, which will probably be, you can put it before or after. I'm just going to put it here. theme. Okay. Is that it? Okay. Technically, this is it. And then we can go to test it. We should go to tab one page and get rid of this item title size large. Let's put here. Oh yeah, this is not gonna work. Class font. No, it's not gonna work. Huh? Wait, it's working already. No. Oh wow, awesome. That's absolutely crazy. Wow, I love that. Okay, so let's go for it. So we've got Tailwind. That's fantastic. So we're going to do the same thing. We want to get rid of this page right now, and we want to create after your header. We're going to create a div that will be our component. We'll import it later. The Explorer component, we don't want it now. We're going to create. We'll extract it to different components. We create a div. Let's go for it. Class with full. That's absolutely amazing. Amazing. Let's put here some paddings here. I love this. Flex. Justify center. Items center. Is that possible? Then put here div. Put here hello. Yes, I'm so happy, man. So cool. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to put here a div with two divs inside. We're going to have two divs. What's the time there? Like 10 minutes. Okay, div and div. And div. This div is going to have a class. We will animate all this another day, okay? Right now we're just wireframing. What is the biggest one? Actually, do we have 8? 8 episodes. We can do bigger later. So font bold. Verify. Actually, really cool. I should have put it smaller even. Okay, perfect. And then we put a euro here, but this is not gonna go well. This is not gonna go well. This is gonna go up. We're gonna put here class text. And then we're gonna put all this in a flex container. Class flex. Stop. Yeah, that's it. What are the items? This baseline also, right? That's actually really cool. At the bottom. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. Now we could put here. Perfect. You got something like that. So that's what we're gonna say. We're gonna put here I'm confused here. Wait. Text gray. Perfect. So we go to Saldo. We could actually make it responsive. It's communication between two components. Do we have time to that? Yeah, we can do that. Oh my goodness. That's actually really cool. So we've got one is not visible.
Buenas, son las 10:03.
Okay. Okay, Daniel. So that's what we've got. We've got different tabs, and we could make now this, because we haven't even touched the view actually. Well, a little bit of routing. We could make this. This is a component that will change, and that's fairly easy. We have to go to Ionic. Actually, this is a really good page. I should keep it somewhere. Iconic. We could. Should I? So this is the one. We have to import this one too. I outline. And we need to communicate between two components. We could do that with the usable, with the composable, very easily in less than 5 minutes. And then when it's not visible, we'll just put, I don't know what we'll put there. Okay, doesn't matter. And let's go to the header. Let's complete the task. Okay, since we've finished this task, we can add it. We can use, it's a feature completion. Feature is Tailwind. Let's commit it. And let's go back to CD. You go and git checkout. What's it called? It's using the bad name. Oh my goodness. And now I can git merge feature. And now I could what? What is that? Hmm. Possibly higher. Okay, perfect. And now we could come here to the header and we want to make it we want to make this a button. So the easiest way to do that, in my opinion, in 5 minutes would be to do a composable. We could use a store and we do many things, but we're just going to do a barra use with use later. Just this is gonna do. This is just gonna do import. Ref. Section ref from view. Constant is on equal to ref false. And then technically, if you put here a export function, name no parameters, then we can do a lot more with this, but that's the idea. Return is on. Okay, now if we are on the header here, skipping the preview here, if we go to the header and we import here, we have to import well, yes. Oh, actually, we don't need to do it this way, but we're gonna do that way anyways, because we can have more stuff from here. We can put constant is on equal use header, which is beautiful. Ah, the charm. And now we can import this one. I outline import I outline and we could put here click button. We could put here click is open. You are not is on. Sorry. Okay, and then we can put this. There are many ways of doing this, but you could do here icon. We could do here is open. We could do something like that. It's on. Sorry, it's on, and we could do is on is I outline. You know, something like that. Does this work? I don't know. Hey. Okay, so you got that. Check. And then we want this to disappear, so we have to import this in the other component. If this does not work, we'll do it in its own component. But right now, uh, yeah, let's create its own component. While we are it, it's gonna be the saldo, which is whatever it is. I can't think now, so I just put it as the saldo, the view, and that's gonna be the base. This is setup, Lantis. Okay, so we're finishing. How much time do we have? Oh, time is over. Okay, so now we put that here. What is? I don't. We import this here. Why is this? Start non-style. My goodness gracious. Style, and then we go here, and we going to tap here. We're just gonna extract this whole thing, and this is gone. We put it in the saldo, whatever that is. We put it there, and then we put here. Make sure I find. Let's import it here in the tab 1. I'm confused. I am content full screen. Yeah, this is no longer here. So I'm not sure why it's here. We're in tab 1. We're in tab 1, right? So there should not be any of that, but that's okay. Yeah, we need to with this here, and then we put here was importing the saldo. Imported the saldo. This is no longer here. And if you save it, yeah, that's there. And then if we put here, v if it's on, this should work. Look at that. That's just crazy. That seems like a small thing, but that's actually really hard to do in JavaScript. We're communicating two different components, which is like as hard as you can get. But now you're just because they're sharing a third component, and that keeps reactive all over the page. That is absolutely amazing. So it's like right now we continue. What we have left, we have to do. But we already done this. Then we can create a component to make sure that the user can do all that stuff. The menu, we can have a component that gets your solder from some place. But okay, so we've got this in a couple of hours. Then we'll next day we'll do this, the components, and then we'll start getting to the back. How do you get this saldo? How do you change it? How do you do that? What are the tabs? We'll do that. But that's pretty good, for a couple of hours. What do you think? Please, at least comment and let me think. Let me know what you think. I think from my point of view, I spend a lot less time worrying about the components and try to get things done. That's a little bit of what the experience tells me to do, not just evaluate because you say, okay, I'm doing this by myself. I can say, hey, design team, whatever, but I can evaluate this is going to take me, okay, this would take me like a couple of hours a day. If you were doing it in Xcode, as I said, you probably do it faster, Swift UI. But then you don't have the benefits that if you already have this developed on your web, you're just going to use the same code. So if I had this service created on the website, I would instantly have it here, and I can use Tailwind CSS. That's just so big. Um, Swift UI has a lot of utilities to create stuff, but so that's gonna be it for today. I think it's good enough, an hour, and hope you enjoyed. We'll do part two. Part three, let's see how far we can get with this Fintech app. Okay, thank you. Bye. Bye.